Recording. Okay. Hey, everybody. I am going to stop numbering them because we're just going to keep going. I think this is 6. It's been a month since we've done an HJP Town Hall, and so much has happened. Lots of stuff, and I'm excited to hear. I'm hoping to get some input from you guys as to kind of some highlights as to what's been happening in the community. I know, coming off of Operation Rising Tide and then setting up the nonprofit, I was kind of wearing a bunch of hats in the past month, so I appreciate your patience. But that didn't stop what was happening in HJP. We have lots of screenshots to go through. We have lots of fun stuff and a lot of things upcoming. So that being said, let's just jump into it. First things first, we're going to talk about highlights and shout outs. I just went through the calendar on our website, our events page on our website. And if you don't know, we do have a website at HeatherJustPlay.com or .org. And all of the events that we create go to our events page, right? So anybody who wants to join, it's welcome to anybody in the HJP community. You don't have to be in our Discord server. You don't have to be in our free company. Just anyone who's just into the vibe of HJP is welcome to join. I know that we've had a couple new folks join in the past, in the past month, which has been really, really awesome. So I wanted to highlight what's been happening. If anybody from, does it sound like I'm talking 2x? How's my audio? I see it does. Am I really, or is it like a did I accidentally hit a filter?
No, there's like little bits of lag and dropout for me, but it doesn't sound like fast. I'm sure the recording for YouTube will be fine.
Okay.
I mean, I have a little bit of like lag and dropout as well, just a tiny bit.
You were just talking fast. Okay, cool. So, but stop me if if we need to fix it, just stop me. So first things first, Sprouts to Ultimate Legend. If you don't know, these are our raid groups. And I wanted to see if anybody from either raid group wanted to share about the prog that's been happening. If anyone wants to chime in. I'm not in either, so I can't say anything. But I know you guys have been making great prog.
The other day we managed to do a a synced minimum item level, but we did have Echo on clear of Shinryu, and now we're aiming to do it without the Echo.
Oh, great!
It's
Awesome.
that's like a huge milestone that we actually got it clear, and
yeah,
we're still gonna try to do it without the Echo, but it was tough. Everyone was getting it, and I mean, there's so many things, everything's flying at you, but it was great, and everyone's just learning their parts, and hopefully we're gonna be able to get further next week.
Maple, do you want to explain?
We just cleared Garuda Extreme.
Oh, nice. Do you guys want to explain what the
before
Echo
this.
is?
Can someone from my team represent me? I'm driving right now while listening to you guys.
Yeah, that's fine. You need an explanation for Echo, was it?
Yes, but also how's Clan Nutsy? Clan Nutsy prog.
Okay. Yeah, Clan Nutsy has been doing really well. We've cleared what was the first one? Shinryu. And we've done Chaos. And I think now we're on Midgard Stormer. So is there another one I'm missing? Let me know, guys. There was that
the other one, the OS one.
Oh yeah.
1S.
It's like that snake dragon one.
Yeah, spaghetti snake. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been great, and Kay's done a great job with and Marky keeping us all organized, and yeah, we've had a lot of really funny jokes that came out of it. I think one of them being the Marky Mark rotations one. But then recently, Kay, he
I heard that one.
what was it? There was like a debuff that he had to do. He didn't know. We were all shouting, "Go Kay, go Kay," and
Go,
he didn't
kid,
hear.
go.
Yeah, and Lucy made a really funny joke. He was like, "Oh, we're not rapping to you. We're telling you to actually go to and do the mechanic." So it was really
And
terrific. But it's been good.
It ended up being Vanilla Ice song. I sang out. I think everybody enjoyed it.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
I didn't quite interpret the Marky Mark one. How did that go?
Oh, it was it's a long story, but short of it is we at the end of like this big trial fight, you have a big raid wipe, and I ended up writing a blog on it, so you can find it on the website. But basically, we had a LB3 ready, so the DPS had to do it. It was at 5%, and it was basically done, and it never came, the DPS LB3. And everybody was looking at it. We were all wondering where it was. People were shouting like somebody LB3, and Marky Mark just laughs and shouts like, "Oh, I have to finish my rotation," or "I had to finish my rotation," and then we wiped, and then we didn't end up actually clearing that day. So it was really, really funny. But yeah, it was great. But outside of that, Echo is just a bonus, like a buff that you get after each wipe. So it goes up in increments, so like 5%, 10%, up to 20%. So yeah, you get more HP, more damage, and what have you.
So it's basically a way to, like for Maker, since you haven't done a raid yet, there's ways that you can kind of increase the difficulty for the fights that you've already done. So you can take off this Echo, which will make it harder. You can take off the item level or whatever, or it makes it so everyone's gear is scaled down, something like that. So there's ways to like kind of make it difficult and then like do it the true raid way. You're like working up to it basically.
Okay. Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
So we just did Garuda, synced to 53, I believe, and it was a learning experience for everybody. And it was so difficult. We had Elijah, Jiro, Dante, Lucy, Eddie, T, and Da Vinci. And people were learning about tanks, people were learning about healing. We went through that 5 times, I want to say. And we were learning strategy, and we were learning like, they were calling things out. Everybody was learning in that one. That was
fun.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was a technically a Sprout support for me, but everybody was a Sprout in that game, and everybody was like, I'm new to my role, and I'm learning how to do it better, and what's the strategy, and how do we call things. It was great. It was great.
Oh, that's so good. Awesome. Yeah, that's exactly the spirit of Sprout to Ultimate. So you're right there, Maker. I'm sure we can get a third group going at some point.
Yeah, we got to run it again because I think most people. There's only 2. It's me and T who didn't get a horse in that run. So we got to go back and just wipe through it and try to get the horse to drop so we can get.
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay. Thank you to our Sprouts Ultimate Legend groups. We are watching. I mentioned in Clan Nutsy's channel. I don't have enough screenshots of you guys. The Buccaneers are really good about posting screenshots, and I want to make sure that we get. I'm sure you guys have clear screenshots. I just couldn't find them. But if you have them, just send them my way. Yeah.
You're gonna have to make a competition.
Next up is Tabletop RPG. So we just had session 2 earlier today. This has been so much fun. If you guys don't know, this is actually going to be canon in terms of like HJP's Kraken's Call lore. Right now it's Arcana, Darien Tari, which is 8-bit, me, Oliver Bentley, and then Arcana. I don't see Tin here, but does someone want to talk about Tabletop? Maybe 8-bit or Arcana?
Twice.
Hmm?
You name dropped me twice.
Oh, I did? Oh, Cirilla, my bad. Yeah, Cirilla, 8-Bit, me, and Arcana are doing are the players on the board, and then Tin is our lore keeper. So, yeah, you guys want to talk about what's going on?
Was it recorded? Is it on Discord?
It's on YouTube.
On
Yeah,
YouTube,
we
okay.
have the sessions on YouTube so far.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. It's if anybody is familiar with stuff like Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, it's a similar game, but I want to say a little bit more simplified in terms of the mechanics, so it's easier to get into. It's not something that you have to really learn a ton of different rules about. But so far, it's been super fun.
Yeah, and I'm totally new to tabletop RPG. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, never played anything like this. And our session today was like a pretty tough battle, but we did it. No one died, and it was a lot of fun. So if you want to watch that, I know Tin was open to the idea of starting a second table. So if any of you guys are wanting to, check this out, or if you have questions, I think we can do up to, is it 5 people at a table? If anyone else is interested. So we could definitely get a second group going. But this has just been so much fun.
Up to 10.
Up to how many?
I think it's up to 10 in a,
wow.
session or in a table.
Yeah.
But the other thing going on, what 10 was wanting to do with the second table, the game actually has mechanics. So we have us 4. So we're a light party, quote unquote, like the game,
that's right.
Like Final Fantasy. There is a mechanic to where you can combine 2 parties, 2 light parties, and have a full party and do like raids and things like that in this game as well.
Yeah, and if you don't know, the tabletop RPG for 14 recently came out. So it's just been really fun to dig into this. Like right now we're in a Realm Reborn. We're just in Thanalan, so it's just cool that it's like in the universe that we spend a lot of time in, and just kind of doing a different spin on Final Fantasy 14. So like I said, if you want to check out the replays, they're on YouTube. And yeah, if you are interested in the second table, just ping the Tabletop RPG channel in Discord. All right, next up is A Relic Reborn. Arcana, you want to do a kind of a status update on where we're at?
Sure. So we are on the Atma stage, which is a few steps in. We have covered all of Gridania and Thanalan, and we will be moving into Lanasca, whatever, in our next meetup.
Yeah, and if you don't know, this is like I think it is the grindiest grind in 14. So being able to do it with other people has been super fun. The last A Relic Reborn event that we had, we were just talking about whatever. It's just really cool to kind of do something I don't want to say mindless, but a little bit more repetitive, so we could just kind of hang out in the voice chat and talk about whatever. That's been really fun. So even if you haven't jumped into any of our Relic Grind events yet, we can totally catch you up. So just reach out to Arcana, reach out to you can actually ping the Sprout support channel. But basically what this gives you are really super cool glowy weapons in the game. It's just, it takes a long time to get one of them. So, yeah. A long time, a lot of effort. All right. Okay, yes. We also did the Hatching Tide event for 2 weeks ago, maybe. And this was just so fun to do this. We live streamed out on YouTube, and we all got our parasols. But the really fun thing that I would love to continue doing as a tradition in HJP is anytime there's a seasonal event where you get an item like a parasol or an outfit or something like that, what we ended up doing after the quest line was a parade. So we RP walked in a parade starting in Gridania. Then we went to Limsa, I think, and then Olda, and then ended in Gold Saucer. And people ended up joining us. It was so much fun. It was just like, I don't know, it was just so fun. I can't even tell you. I keep meaning to make a video out of all this footage, but
Here I come running on the side.
where are you going?
I'm trying to get the items to get a parasol because I didn't have one yet, and you were like, as you guys were taking the picture, I'm like running around like a mad person to get what I needed.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
I was like, oh my gosh, yeah.
And I think we had a couple people ended up checking our free company house after this, but it was just a lot of fun. So whatever the next seasonal event is, we'll definitely do a live stream. I think it's a really good way to kind of introduce people to HJP. And it was just, I don't know, it was just so much fun. All right. Next up is Repo. Repo has been a lot of fun. Tom, did you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I'll talk about Repo. Repo has been awesome. Like, the game is super cool. It's super fun. I've not really played a game like that before. Because, like, yeah, I mean, even prior to Final Fantasy, the idea of, like, online gaming with other people was super intimidating to me. I tried playing Fortnite, like, when it came out, like, 7 years ago, and I didn't even really know that it was multiplayer, and I'm not kidding, within, like, 30 seconds of logging in, there was a kid who sounded 12 years old, just... My username was So Darn Tom, and he was like, ugh, So Darn sucks, and then I was like, and I had to log out, because it made
He
me
was,
feel
like,
so bad.
so mean to Tom.
They were so mean. And so then even going into Final Fantasy, I was like, oh, playing with other people. And then obviously, like, got over that hurdle, got over the voice chat hurdle. And then Repo is just super fun, period. But it's so interactive with everybody. And, like, the voice stuff and the audio is really cool because you don't just have to work together. Like, I really like that you're not trying to win against each other. Like, you're all united in the same thing. So the whole team has the same goal. You're not trying to, like, eliminate someone or lie to anybody. That's super fun. The way that the audio works, where it's, like, spatial. So if someone's behind you, your character, like, has to turn around, or you have to be in the same room with them to, like, really hear it. It makes it feel like, even though you're just these goofy robots that are, like, geometric shapes, it really makes it feel like you're in the environment together. Like, even charging or, like, giving health, like, if you can't afford health, you have to collaborate, and someone has to go to, like, the health port in the back of someone else's neck and, like, give them health. It really feels like, I don't know, we're all in different time zones at different places, and it feels like we're in the same place playing the game. And it's just like, it has been so much fun. And I don't know, for me, it's been really cool to go from my initial super aversion to online playing, voice chats, that kind of thing, to, like, when can we do this more? It's the best, and it's awesome.
That's so cool.
And then we've also, yeah, for our groups that we've been playing, Siri has been our like, leader. She's just been awesome. Like, it has been really fun to have someone, like, guide us through the game while also keeping it super fun, and then also like, keeping us on track. And she's been doing a cool thing too, where, like, the first time we played, she would tell us, like, she'd kind of give us everything. Okay, this is what this map is like. This is what this village or monster or whatever does. But then, like, as we've gone on, like, there was one, like, enemy or whatever that you have to be super quiet around, because if you make any noise, it will hear you and attack you. And I was I was literally like, hey, like, Bree, why are you being so quiet? And she just didn't say anything, and then I immediately got killed, because it was like,
Yep.
she kind of, like, takes the training wheels off a little bit and, like, lets you sort of figure it out, but also guides, but also leads, but also keeps it fun. So it has been really cool. Yeah, Heather and I, like, we talk about Repo constantly. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like team building, like a digital escape room. I'm sure it's similar to what you guys get out of the Sprout to Ultimate Legend groups. We'll get there, but this has also been super fun. I have a clip from the last time we played, but I can't play the audio, so I'm gonna kind of be janky here and use my mic on the speaker, so it's not gonna be perfect. I'll upload it at some point on YouTube, but
I'm so
in
excited
case
to
you
see what
haven't,
this is.
if you don't know what it
Yeah.
is, here it is. To set it up, there's two things that happen in this video. One is Tin gets like a rude awakening, and so do I. So here we go. Let me turn this up.
Was it?
It was Robe.
Oh God. Okay.
I knew
Oh,
it was gonna be
no, not
Robe,
the
y'all.
What the hell was that? That was terrifying.
That was the best.
So if you want to have that happen to you,
Oh, that's
join
awesome.
us playing Repo.
That's why it's a treat to have Heather in Repo.
It's amazing.
I really thought I was immune. Nope.
I
All
think the
right,
devs owe
next
you guys
up.
some commissions because I'm sure you've sold probably half a dozen or more.
I
copies
know.
of this
Oh.
game.
Well, when Heather screamed in the other room, and then I started backing away because I didn't want to go anywhere near it, and then something came up behind me, and Tom was like, "Yeah, I saw the thing coming up from behind you the whole time, but I couldn't."
Oh my
Then
God,
I
that was the
died.
craziest. Because it was like that shot where Tin came in the room and it was just like your little robot, and then it was that same villain, like the big robe one, and just out of the darkness it emerged perfectly behind you, and I was like, but that's the one you can't talk. And so I was like, he's behind you, and you were just
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Oh, you were holding something. That's what you were like. You had an object that you were
I had an
moving, and you're just
object,
like
yeah.
you're just like looking at it so peacefully, and then I just you get destroyed.
It's so fun.
I was holding the clown, and Heather screamed because she saw the clown.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So like for Repo, if you're not into scary games, I'm not either. You know, I could say that Tom isn't either. It's, you know, it's not like Resident Evil or Silent Hill or anything like that. It really is more of like a, it's just like tense. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. But
It's
if you're
just
willing to
jump
give it
scares, and
yeah.
and it's also very like tense, like you said, where you are hiding under something, and you're just like the thing's going by, and you're like, oh, but you know, you're just trying. Your heartbeat's going up. And...
All right, next up, the Cherry Blossom Festival. I was so sad to miss this. Anyone who was there, I think Brutality, this was your event? Or you
Yep.
organized it?
Yeah, it
You
was
want to
my
talk about
event.
it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it was really fun. We met up at the FC house and waited for everybody that was going to come and handed out like corsages for our hair, cherry blossom corsages. And then we all got over there and we got in our cars so that we could all like come in together. Yeah, we just went around and visited the sites. It was really, really fun. And I think
Aw.
everybody had a good time. And the vibe was great. There was so many people there.
That's so cool.
Got to see the
I wish I could have made that.
I
It
know.
was so well put together. Like
Yeah, the macro
dances
dancers.
and stuff.
Yeah,
How
they were really
cool.
good.
Yep,
It's
it
like
was really
these
fun.
insane mazes people could make in their like houses and
In the
Oh, that's
houses, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
Hey,
people at market. There's like two houses that managed to build a bridge between each other. There's like the Easter Bunny was out at one point, and then there's all these stages with bards and performers and stuff.
That's awesome. Well, whenever there's another thing like that, I hope I can make it. Let's make it an event and check it out. I know there's always events like that going on, so hopefully we can catch the next thing and go together.
I think the next big one, unless it's already happened, is it EtherCon?
That's still a ways out yet.
I think that's fall, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Cool. Yeah, we'll make sure to
Yeah,
definitely.
if I get wind of another event coming up, I'll be sure to make an event out of it.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Next up, this is just other highlights. So if you have anything else you want to talk about that happened in the past month, I just want to pass it over to you guys.
I've got something that's coming up next month.
I have an upcoming event section. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, Maker, I saw you light up, but I didn't hear anything. I don't know if you were saying something.
Oh yeah, I've been making a lot of progress, and everybody's been so super helpful. I was like stuck in this one thing. I had to get over a mountain to get something, and Mark was like, "We need to give you a taxi ride," and like he was there instantly, and so. And then I had to go through this village where people like were swarming me. They were like, they were like deadly. I was dying left and right, and
They were
so.
deadly.
Yeah, it was bad. Like you get 6 to 10 to 12 of them on you at the same time. And so Eddie was that I think it was Eddie that helped me go through there and was like my bodyguard and like
Yeah. This
and
you're doing the society quest there, I assume.
yeah. And so and then to have the what was sort of an extra thing with the Garuda extreme that that's just kind of a side thing, and to have everybody like learning and going, wow, this is okay. We all just died again. We TPK'd like 4 or 5 times,
Yeah.
and we're like, okay, what do we do next? This is great. And everybody was like, I've never done this before. It was kind of the theme of everything is that people who were tanking, people who were healing, people who were DPS, we were all learning, and nobody's did what we had done before, and so it just took every time we got a little better, we learned a little bit more. So I'm at level 61 now.
Yay.
And thank you. And I have another dungeon thing that's coming up, but it's just been so great to have a community around you, and that the coat that I'm wearing in there was a gift. I think it was Eddie. And when I got to Heaven's Word, and Heather, you planned the group, I guess you have a group that plans the big event sort of things for people who have big events. And it was so touching to have everybody like I was so clueless, and we're driving down the thing in Eddie's car because I was in the middle of the actual quest, with my NPC characters next to me, and then Eddie like taps me, and I'm like, "Wait, what are you? I'm in a. How is it? It's like it's a mind bend to think you're in a movie, but then someone in your real life walked in, like you're, like you're in the movie, but someone So she just pulled out the limo, and we went over there, and then you guys had all of the mechs out, and we're just like. And I was like, why are there mechs here? And then I just saw there were names above them. I'm like, oh my God, these are people. This is incredible. And then when we got inside and everybody's doing streamers and all of the lights and all of the stuff, and we're running, jumping around. And so, yeah, I'm just so grateful. And yeah, it was great. So I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah. So Maker is a great example. You are self-proclaimed non-gamer, right? Just to confirm, I don't want
Yes,
to put
I
words in your mouth.
would be like, it's so pointless to play a game because you just run around and you like mindlessly look for stuff. I would never play Nintendo, or I would never play some first person shooter because I have no sense of direction, so I constantly get lost. And when you get killed and you spawn somewhere else, I'm like, I might as well just give up because I'm never going to find the thing I was just at, and everybody's so much better than I am, and I just feel like I'm holding people back. So it was just like I just said, no, I'm not doing this. This is a waste of time. And but this is so story driven and so much like, what I really love to do is Dungeons and Dragons. So it was just your excitement, Heather, that really kind of like pulled me in, because I really wanted to do it, but I was like, why would I do it? I don't do this. And then that's when I was telling you that I joined the Discord, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do it, because I love community and I'm an extrovert social person. And then I was like, what am I doing here? So I quit. And then you were really excited still, and I was like, so I rejoined. And I got the game, and I'm like, I just literally got the game that, for the first time. And
Yeah.
so it's just been a really great experience.
So I just want to say, I do have a feeling that there are going to be quite a few new players to Final Fantasy XIV joining HJP in the next couple weeks, couple months, like through spring and summer. I think as Tom and I especially start to talk about HJP, we do have an existing audience that we haven't told exactly about HJP yet. We've talked about it here and there. But I think you're going to see a lot of people who have definitely never played Final Fantasy XIV before, but also have never played a game quite like this before. And I think that this community, Maker is just a perfect example of, I think we'll say I can't presume, but I really do think that HJP was a great gateway, and kind of showing here's what this here's how positive this experience can be. I know for me, I'm a lifelong gamer. I've played games like this before. Even I was overwhelmed, and I played it totally solo the first time. And then just playing with all of you guys and rediscovering the whole thing in a different way. It's just so cool that all of us can do this. So I'll talk about it a little bit more later, but we do have a new opt-in role, which is the Sprout support. So, when our Sprouts get into Heaven's Ward for the first time, we do a little something special for them, things like that. Or, if we know that someone's on an upcoming trial, we let them know. So I feel like we're going to continue doing that, is my point, as the weeks and months go on. So I think it's something super exciting to look forward to. I know that is a big thing in the 14 community, is to be able to relive the experience through new people's eyes. And it's so great that we're going to, we kind of have the perfect infrastructure to have that happen, with other people. So, does anyone else want to chime in with other highlights? If not, no worries. Yeah.
I know they're gone making dinner, but we also had the thing with Dante where the other day we managed to get a big gathering for when they're doing Mount Kulug and the Crown of the Immaculate fight, which is a pretty big turning point in the Shadowbringer story, and we had that. And then last night they had finished the last dungeon of the base expansion of Shadowbringers, and today we managed to get a group together and help them beat the final trial of the expansion and see the ending and roll credits and everything. And so
Aww.
that was a great thing to see them through. And they took a bunch of screenshots. I to remind them to post it in their character progress so everyone could see them, so they're there. So it's it's just been a great thing seeing them through. Honestly, I think it's my favorite expansion. So.
Yeah, that's great. I know. I just want to shout out, everyone in the community. You guys are doing such a good job of keeping us in the know of what quest everybody's on. I know it's easy for me with Tom because I just look over on his screen and he's it just says right there, so I can tell you what quest he's on. Really hard to do that with other people. So just being able to, kind of figure that out and, Sherlock our way to be able to do a really fun special thing for our Sprouts has been awesome. Let's see. Yeah.
Sometimes I Sherlock it. Sometimes I teleport in front of a person and be like, "What quest are you on?"
You're like, "Hi, I'm here now." Kay is in the chat talking about another highlight. from last night. We were casually chatting and doing headcanon while doing crafting. It was so fun to do. From the new zone. Yes, from cosmic exploration.
Oh,
I know you. I know we've been talking about it a lot. This is a new thing as of the newest patch that came out last week, I believe. So you do not have access to cosmic exploration until you roll credits on Endwalker. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, cosmic exploration was like, I haven't been able to dive into it yet, but what was it, last night? Yeah, it was last night. It was just so fun. It was fun. It's fun doing a new thing with all of you where it's new for you too. Like, that's fun. Let's see. I'm reading what you guys are typing here. I'd love to see, Apit says, I'd love to see us do like a voice chat hangout during that, since you're only able to go in on your own server. We can't all meet up on Kraken, but we can at least hang out in the voice chat while we're doing it. For our new members, we have an MSQ forum in Discord where you can let us know where you are in the story. Actually, let me go over that. This is kind of a perfect time. So let me, boop, boop. I'm going to change this to Discord. Okay, so you should be looking at my Discord. Under the Final Fantasy 14 category of channels, you're going to see a channel called Main Story Progress, okay? Here, everyone can create a post of their character, right? So we've got Brutality, Adam 8-Bit, Lakrashy Tia, right? And then in there, you know what? I'll open Vowels. In
There
there,
like
you can
113 posts in there.
yeah. You can update it with the quest that you're currently on. The other thing that you could do is that you can change the tags here. So the tags that you can attach to the post are the expansion that you're on, right? Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, etc., etc. The only thing I really want to make sure, two things, right? So if you are going through the MSQ right now, please create a post for your character and then just come in here and update like, hey, I'm, on this quest, post screenshots, whatever. It's kind of up to you, but it's great. It's a great way for us to be able to keep up with your progress. But the thing I really want to emphasize is do not click on somebody else's post who is in a further expansion than you are. It is full of spoilers, obviously, right? So, like Val, definitely don't click on Dante's, right? Because they're in Shadowbringers already. Brutality's already in Endwalker. Like, there's no spoiler tags. So just want to make sure. Don't.
Well, I try to make everything spoiler. So like if the like you can see how some of those graphics aren't showing. And if there's text that talks about what I'm specifically doing, I just put spoiler on across it, so it takes it out. So I try to keep mine as spoiler free as possible. But people who respond to my posts will probably sometimes include things that I said. So it's not 100% spoiler free, but I do my best to try to make it that way.
I mean, you don't have to be spoiler free in your own thing, I think.
Okay.
As long as we make sure that we tell everybody, like, don't click on, right? Like, I think the expansion, well, actually, I wouldn't even click on the expansion that you're on, because if someone else is in Heaven's Ward, but just further than you, then that might be huge spoilers, actually. So just like, if you're going through the MSQ, maybe don't look at anybody else's, unless they're definitively that they're behind you. Just because the spoiler thing is a huge thing. Let me go back to my slides. All right, cool. Anyone else want to chime in on anything? Let's see. Later, please guide me to this place. Yeah. Lucy, I don't know if you're talking about cosmic exploration. Meow and a bunch of other people yesterday were gonna do kind of a, here's how it works. But I wasn't able to do it yesterday. So at some point, I'm sure this week we can do kind of like a cosmic exploration 101 with everybody. So
Lucy, if you
Yeah.
have finished Endwalker, you can go to Old
I'm
Charlian
gonna go to
and
Charlene right now.
yep.
there we go.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll
I'm in
see
it
it.
now, but yeah.
Cool.
And go down to where the port is. Then
Yeah.
you'll
Okay.
see a leopard.
And that's
Leopard?
where we should leave that conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Any other highlights? We're good? Cool. Awesome. For the next town hall, what I'll do is I'll create a post. So if you want to make sure to like share screenshots with me that I can add to my little slides here so we can show your highlights too. I'd love to do that. So stay tuned for that for the next one. All right, Discord updates. Boom. So, couple of things. First, here are our new opt-in roles. So, well, these are all the opt-in roles that we have. If you go to our Discord server all the way at the top, you'll see a channel that says choose your roles. And the thing that you do is you react to the emoji that you want to opt into. I think people... Do you understand what that means? Like, does anyone have questions about that? Do you want me to show you what I'm talking about? I think everyone knows what that means, but you know what? Let me just show you just in case. Let me switch my streaming thing. Boom. Okay. So here I am in Discord. If you scroll towards the top under the Start Here category, this is where you're going to see the Choose Your Roles channel. And here is where you can react to all the things, right? So if you click on the gem, you're going to opt into the LFG group or the LFG tag, and that's where you can get access to, or like if anyone's looking for a group for whatever, they can use the @LFG, and then everyone who has that tag will get a ping. Spoilers gives you access to the spoilers channel. Roleplay, same thing. If you want to get pinged about anything that has to do with lore or roleplay. Sprouts, you definitely want to opt into this tag if you consider yourself a sprout or a new player to Final Fantasy XIV. So if we need to reach out to all of our sprouts, we can use that tag. Raid, if you want, this doesn't, if you're interested, if you are already in a Sprout to Ultimate group, you can opt into this. But if you're not and you want to be on the lookout for, a potential third group going on or whatever, things like that, any updates that have to do with raids, you can opt into that. Nonprofit. So if you haven't heard, we are in the process of transforming HJP into a nonprofit organization. If you want updates about all of those things, you can opt into that. Shore Leave is a role where we wanted to be able to ping people who were interested in like the non-combat chill activities like housing tours, fashion contests, clubbing, fishing trips, seasonal fun, stuff like that. It's just like the casual stuff. So, I can see like if you guys wanted to go see a club on Friday night or something, you can just @Shore Leave and then everyone, can see that happen. And then the last thing is a support squad. So the support squad is a new role. If you opt into this, it gives you access to the support squad channel. This is not for sprouts. This is for us to help the sprouts, right? So you want to be at least in Endwalker, I'll say. And if we want to do like something special for the sprouts who are getting into an expansion for the first time or something like that, that's what this role and this channel is for. So the support squad's new. Actually, a lot of these are new, but you can opt in anytime. And then if you want to remove that role, all you have to do is go to your profile, and then you could just go to your roles and then uncheck them. That's it. And if you want to recheck them here, you could do that too. Sounds good? Questions? I think we're good. Okay, cool. Let me go back to my slides. I am. Here we go. Cool. And if you guys think of any other opt-in roles that you think would be helpful for HJP, just let me know. I know how to set these up now, so we can do that very easily. So just let me know. Yeah, let me see. Gma's asking, is it okay if on Mount Monday, you don't? Oh yeah, this is so for all of our events. Anybody can join. Like even if you're not doing the thing, you just want to hang out and just hang out with everybody. Totally. Yes. All right. Any questions about our opt-in roles and our new support squads channel? Anything? Cool. Next up. All right. So here's a I don't say contentious topic, but I think we are divided on this. And I just wanted to see, now that's been a couple weeks since our roundtable, how you guys feel now. So we have a 14 screenshots channel. I think everyone here has posted it at least once. This is basically where you post any screenshots that you want to share. You spoiler tag, obviously, if you need to. But these are really screenshots that aren't necessarily tied to an event. If they are tied to an event, you should put it under the event post, if possible, just so that we can kind of, if we need to go back. And for example, if I wanted to do a recap of the Cherry Blossom Festival, it's helpful to just go back to the Cherry Blossom Festival event post and everything is under there, right? But if you're doing like a trial or you're just, cosmic exploration or just like hanging out with people, that's what the screenshot channel is for. The thing is, our screenshots channel is set up with an auto threader. Okay. So anytime you post anything, it's going to create a thread immediately. And the reason why we did this is because we noticed that people were starting very long conversations underneath each screenshot. And then it made it hard for me and the historians to like find the screenshots because you kind of had to go through the chat, right? Which is why we tried to separate the chats by creating threads, and then that way the feed was just screenshots. But I've seen several people say like, why is it auto-threading? So does anyone have any input in terms of, should we just turn it off? I'm open. I can do either way. I just wanted to see how you guys all felt about it.
I think I'm one of the people that had a problem with it in the beginning, and now I'm kind of used to it.
Okay.
So I don't mind if it's left on.
Yeah, I also am ambivalent towards it.
I know I'm forgetful, so it's useful in sort of way.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that it kind of keeps the screenshots, where the conversation about that screenshot, like if people are commenting on it or whatever, it keeps it contained within that screenshot so that you don't have 2 or 3 days later and we've got another 10 or 20 screenshots, but somebody's replying to one from 2 days ago, and so it bounces all over the place. I like that it keeps it kind of in that one area and on topic or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So that it seems like that's the consensus. So we're gonna stick to it. Okay. Cool. All right. Great. Well, that was easy. Look at that. But I just want to make sure, I want you guys to know, like, if you have any feedback about our home, right? Like, Discord is our home. This is where most of our interaction, our engagement, where we share screenshots and memories and connect with each other. If you have any feedback on how we can make it better, we're definitely open to it. So yeah, just let me know. All right, next up. This is when we're going to talk about our upcoming events that are happening in the next few weeks. So where am I going here? Here, boom, events. All right, upcoming events, and then we'll talk about event ideas also, because I know we've been, I know a couple of us have been floating some event ideas, and I think if we could just solidify some today, that'd be really fun. So first things first is this Monday, tomorrow, we have another edition of Mount Mondays. So meet up at the Kraken's Call House, 8-bit, or I don't know if Mordec's here. Do you guys want to talk about Mount Mondays? Do you have plans on which ones you're going to get tomorrow?
I'd have to check the spreadsheet that we have to see where people are at and who all's going to be attending. But yeah, as far as I think Mornak is probably playing Oblivion. That's why he's not here tonight.
Oh,
But yeah, it's basically we go into the extreme trials or the savage raids unsynced, so everybody's at whatever their maximum level is, and we just kind of very quickly beat up on the boss and get the prize at the end. The I think Maker, you were saying you didn't get the horse from Garuda, so that could definitely be one that we could put on the Mount Monday tomorrow.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. The thing with the mounts is they're RNG, right? They're all RNG.
For the extreme trials, they are RNG, but for the savage, it's a
for sure.
guaranteed drop. Yeah, but it's only one drop. So if you have 8 people in the group, then you'll have to do it, the 8 times or whatever, just to get everybody their mount.
Yeah.
But they literally take like maybe a minute at the most.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you haven't done the Mount Mondays, when you have a full party, it's, a 1-2 hit kill situation. You just keep doing it until everyone in the party gets the mount. So, super fun to do with a group of people. Yeah, it just makes it more fun. So there is a spreadsheet if you want to indicate which mounts you have and don't have. So if you check the Discord event, the link is in there. But yeah, anyone is welcome to join or just hang out. RNG. What is RNG? Does someone want to explain what that means?
Random number generator.
It
That
basically
still doesn't
Computer
something
has
happens at random, like not
Yep.
guaranteed.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. First of all, RNG means, let me try to explain this. When you get loot at the end of a boss, right? Not a mount whistle could randomly drop, basically, right? So I remember I did Mount Mondays with Lucy. Oh my gosh. I think we did it like 20 times and it just did not drop for Lucy. It dropped for everybody else, but it didn't want to drop for Lucy. I think it was Susano. Susano did not.
Don't talk about it.
Really good.
PTSD.
I kept saying like
the worst part is that the next day I went in on a random party in the party finder, and the amount dropped, and I got it.
Wow.
So crazy.
She
On the
ain't
first
made by
try. On the first try. Somebody's vibe was not vibing that day, huh?
Somebody's vibe. Yeah, so that's why it's fun to do with other people, just because you might have to do it a few times for it to drop. And then let's explain what a thread is. Pardon me as I switch my screen. Oh, I didn't realize I can change my screen instead of stop streaming my screen. My bad. I'll do that next time. Okay, so I'm streaming on my Discord again, and let me show you what a thread is. So if we go to our screenshots channel, for some reason I can never find. Here we go. Screenshots. Okay, so let's see. Here's Brutality's post right here, and then when you post something into the screenshots channel, we have a bot set up where it will just automatically create a thread. And so instead of just typing into here, it basically creates like a secondary channel within that post or in that chat, right? So I'm going to click here, and then it's going to open up a second window, and I'm going to say like cool mounts, right? And then right here, if you could go to Church's post here, you can click on this, and there's like basically a separate sidebar. So if you want to talk about, like here's a perfect example. So this is Brutality doing the new rage emote. And if you're like, oh, I want to know where to get that emote, you can open up this thread and then ask right here, right? So all the conversations are all kept organized based on whatever you are responding to versus it cluttering the whole channel, if that makes sense. Did I explain that okay? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
perfectly.
Okay. Cool. Let me get back to mess hall. Let me see if I could just change stream to. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. This window. See, you learned something new. Boom. Okay.
No streamer.
Is it showing the keynote now or the slides?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay. Back to Mount Mondays. All right. Next event. So this is this Monday. If you want to RSVP for any of our events, you could just go to the Discord events or the Discord calendar, and that is where you're going to RSVP. All right. Next up is Repo. Tom, me, Mordak, Siri, Maker, and Cirilla are going to be continuing off. We are on level 5. The furthest Siri has gotten is actually level 7. So we are very close to her furthest that she's ever gotten in the game, which I'm excited about. I'll be live streaming this on YouTube, so if you want to check it out. But also, I will say, like, Tom is definitely down to play Repo with anybody. We only have like less than a week left because we're on this program that allows us to play this game on a Mac, and it's expiring on Thursday. So if anyone wants to like play tonight or whatever, just hit up Tom. I'm sure he'll play with you. Oh, actually, shoot, he's gonna go play hockey, but at some point this week, yeah, if you want to join, we kind of have to. It's $75 for the actual program for us, and you know we'd have to get 2 of them. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. But anyway, that's Repo. And then this, I definitely wanted to talk about this. Welcome aboard the Kraken's Call. Actually, I'm gonna pass it off to our Keepers of the Realm or Zero. You guys want to talk about this?
Is Zero here?
Oh, nope. Okay. Okay, so let me talk about this. This is I think we mentioned this at the round table, but basically this is going to be kind of like the orientation to HeatherJustPlay. Anybody is welcome to go to these, but they are catered to someone who's new to HJP. Since so many of us are still like new, like quite a few of us have joined. You've been here for like a month, but you may have not gone to a town hall, for example, or whatever. So what we want to do is regular orientations to everything that is HeatherJustPlay, how to create events, whether you want to join our free company, how to create your own event and get it on the calendar, kind of just like how to make the most of your HJP experience. So this is going to be led by by Zero, our member mentor, and then also our Keepers of the Realm. And it's just a chance also to kind of just break the ice, ask questions about HJP, figure out our Discord server if you have any questions, like where to post what, or, if you have an idea for an event, where do you put it, all of that. And so if you are, the reason why I don't want to say it's just for new members is obviously if you've been here for, months, you want to meet the new members too, right? So it's open to everybody, but it's a chance for us to kind of show the ropes to the new folks who have joined HJP. So that is going to be this Friday, May 2nd. Is this Friday really May 2nd already? Oh my gosh. Seriously? Wow. 4 p.m. Pacific. And yeah. Anyone have any questions, comments, want to add anything here? Cool. Okay.
Oh, Eureka, it comes on a Thursday as well.
Yes. Okay. Oh, did you put that up already?
I don't think it's been added yet. No. We need to add that.
The hour and everything to put in on the Thursday, but I think
Okay. We'll add it tonight. So if you didn't hear that, Eureka, Jima, if you didn't hear that, we're doing Eureka on Thursday, okay?
Oh, I heard that. I want to know what time.
What time? Okay.
as usual, like 10 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. So what is that?
9 Central.
9 Central.
and 7
Oh,
East Pacific.
Pacific, yeah.
I'll be sure to take a nap.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll get an event on the calendar. So if you want to know how to unlock that, whether you meet the requirements, all of that, we'll put that in the event info. Okay, cool.
I'll be there too, G-Ma. I'm gonna be there.
I
I
will
want
try
to
to be
know,
there.
Heather, Tin, are you
Yeah,
going to be there?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there. What's happening on Thursday? Let me just, before I commit, I don't see why I wouldn't be there.
I heard somebody's going to drag you and Tin if you don't do it voluntarily.
No, I'll be there. I'm there.
Okay,
Yeah, Gma, I feel like I haven't played with you in forever. We're gonna
for
change that on
real.
Thursday. Awesome. Okay, so we're doing part 4, Relic Reborn. That's gonna be Sunday, May 4th. We're gonna finish in, I have put Thanal in here, but we're gonna be in Lenosha. I don't know if I actually got all my Atmas in the other one, but yeah. Anyway, hang out with us. If you want to catch up and, get to the point where you're doing the Atma stage, just let us know. Reach out to Arcana and we'll get you going. But this has been so fun because it's just like really chill and we just hang out in the voice chat. All right. Upcoming events. I meant to change this to event ideas. Boom. Okay, Eureka. That was the first thing, but we've got it set for Thursday. We'll just add that to the calendar. Cosmic Exploration. I wanted to see if you guys wanted to actually plan something. Somebody wants to plan something. I know we're kind of... I feel like people are just in there, but I don't know if you want to like plan an event.
Yeah, that's a little hard because you can only go in on your home world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only be in your home world, but what we could do is like gather everybody in like the mess hall or whatever on the voice channel, and they can be in their home worlds and doing the crafting or gathering or whatever, but we just kind of hang out and do voice chat, do it that way.
Yeah, we're doing that the
Yeah.
other night, even though I wasn't on the same server.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I'm in here almost every afternoon. So like we were talking about it last night. I'll just jump in Discord and like anybody who wants to like chat while we do our things.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of us on Kraken that are actually doing it in there. So if you're on Kraken, come join us. If you're not, come join us anyway in chat.
Yeah. Yeah, go hang out. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's try to get one cosmic. I know you guys are in there all the time, but I think it'd be cool to add to the calendar. Maybe we could do one where you like explain what it is at some point.
Cool. Yeah, and if you're not familiar with crafting or gathering, it could be a good way to kind of learn how to do those as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Next up, drawing. So I know this was talked about a lot, and I just wanted to like re-ping it. I am down for the drawing event. I know there's a lot of enthusiasm for it. So if anyone wants to take the lead on that, I don't know how to draw, so I don't want to I don't want to be the one to lead it, but I will definitely be there. So if anyone wants to partner with someone, maybe get a drawing event. This is like literally how to draw, like on a piece of paper. I think there was some discussion on like tablets and using apps and stuff like that. But maybe it was Ishtar's idea. I think he's been
Yeah, it was
learning.
Ishtar.
I think it was Ishtar.
Yeah, he's been learning how
Yeah.
to like draw his Warrior of Light. So yeah, if you want to learn how to draw or teach people how to draw because you know how to draw or have some drawing tips, I think this will be a fun event to get on the calendar. I see here Kay wants to do Gartic Phone Part 2. That was super fun. Someone would just throw that in the calendar too. Okay, so here's one that I thought about earlier today, actually. So I created a post in the forum forever ago, actually, where I was, Tom and I were going to do our first React video. And that never happened because I think it was like before Operation Rising Tide. So instead of doing a React video, I wanted to ask you guys if you were open to the idea of doing a React watch party. So, you know, I'm
Yes.
thinking of Maker. Like I think there's going to be quite a few of us who haven't seen these videos that are kind of like, you know, memes in the community and just like must watches if you're a 14, you know, fan, whatever. And what we could do is like organize it by expansion. So we just, you know, make sure not to watch the Endwalker stuff until we get there. But I think having just like a watch party, the same way that when we did the watch party for the 14 documentary, just in Discord, we can pull up the YouTube app in the Discord voice chat and just like all watch the same thing. I feel like that'd be super fun. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Yep,
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
Is
That's
there
fun.
gonna be a place we can submit like stuff to watch during the watch party?
There already
Yeah,
is.
so the
Yeah,
problem
we
is
have a
like
forum.
I have a forum post, but I don't know like I think like I don't know what expansion it is, you know, so we have to figure out like how to maybe I'll
Yeah,
create
I
a new
think
one.
yeah,
I don't know, what do you
because I think
think?
we started when Tom was still in Stormblood. So we were posting stuff that was, you know, safe for up to Stormblood, and now that he's gotten into Endwalker, we're posting stuff that's kind of safe for that part of Endwalker that he's in. So yeah, we'll probably need to make another thread or something to
Okay.
to
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a
more
post in
stuff.
the event ideas channel, and then in there we'll start with does it make sense to start with a Realm Reborn, or should we just like a Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, Realm
I
Reborn.
guess just go chronological order.
Okay.
Would it help to have people co-lead this? Like have 2 or more people
Well,
organize all of the videos for you,
yes,
and like
because
organize it as an event?
I
Maybe
don't
if
want
we
to
did, like,
watch
a-
them before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anybody that's caught up with Dawn Trail, we can just jump in and organize it, and have people do it blindly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'd love to get that on the calendar for May. So yeah, let me know like if you're interested in leading any of these events. There's no prerequisite or requirement or anything to leading an event. So just, you know, type somewhere in Discord, and if you want to take the lead on kind of organizing which videos we watch, or, you know, doing the drawing thing or whatever, it's open to anybody. Cool. Okay. And then, oh shoot. Okay. So Tom and I were going to do the ceremony of eternal bonding. I think we said May 9th. But that's just next Friday, and
You don't know
I
your
can't.
wedding date? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh,
So
wow.
we're postponing. We're
Tom got
postponing because I wanna look.
cold feet. Cold feet.
Postponing. Cold feet.
Yeah,
No,
somebody's got
no.
cold shoulders.
I have my doubts.
I have my doubts. So I
My
want
parents
to.
don't approve him.
So we're gonna postpone to I think the 23rd. That is Memorial Day weekend, which
What a great weekend.
Hotel
yeah,
party.
I was like, I don't know if that matters to everybody, but I think we're leaning towards the 23rd, just so that it kind of just snuck up on us, and I wanted to like plan a thing, and I know Tin wanted to try to do like some role play stuff and make it canon, this whole thing. So I was like, you know what, we have a lot going on right now. We have a lot of events in the next 2 weeks, so we're just gonna push this out another 2 weeks. So May 23rd, save the date. I'll try to get an event in the calendar as soon as possible. So the thing with the ceremony of eternal bonding, I wish we could invite everybody. You have to have a character on Kraken. We can only, like, if you want to be in the church or whatever, you have to be, your home server has to be Kraken. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I will be live streaming it. What's up?
Yeah. Oh, I literally just said what you said.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll be streaming it. So. All
What
right.
level does that character have to be? Does it matter?
I think 1.
Okay,
I believe there is a way that we can teleport you to where you need to go, but honestly, I have no idea. Does someone want to confirm?
Yeah,
Is
we
someone
can carry him.
Create your character in Gridania.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I
Either
think
create your character in Gridania or like reach what
Do a
level
conjurer. Conjurer.
Yeah, I'm already Limsa.
and a bard.
I'm gonna have to level it up.
Yeah, as long as you unlock the Branch Meadow. It's where it's located to.
At worst case, I think level 15 is when you can start airshipping all the cities.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do
so
have an upcoming event if that's okay.
yeah, what's up?
So I'm in a lot of Discord servers, and one of them is for field operations, like Boja. And they're planning on doing a 24 hours plus of Delubrum Rajane Savage, which is the end of Boja. And that's on Friday, May 16th. Starting midnight
Marky.
Eastern time.
24 hours. Do it. I don't know if I could do it. Because you have to like have progressed in Bojo, right?
Do you know how
Yes.
bad I would get kicked out of my house if I was playing for 24 hours?
But they're helping people advance. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't
Oh,
have to
they're
be in there for 24 hours. They're offering their services for 24 hours.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay. It's like, whew.
you all are silly.
My Russian will say, "Well, get out of this house." Like, okay, baby.
Yeah, so yeah, let's get in the calendar. That'll be fun. Cool. And then 8-Bit just added the event for Eureka this Thursday. Cool. Awesome. Okay, any other event ideas that like are not even they're not on slide? Anyone want to like gather interest right now?
I have an upcoming one.
Cool.
Let's see, it's the Lullafell Parade, the Ankle Biters. I think it's 3rd anniversary. I'm just looking up the time. It is
So I have a
May
question
11th.
about these. Do you have to be a Lullafell to like
No.
watch it? No,
You don't
right?
have to be a Lullafell. You don't have to be a Lullafell to come and join the parade. It is just put on by the Lullafells, and there's a bazillion Lullafells, but you can come as your regular character.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Nice.
I'll make it an event. It's on May 11th.
Okay,
There's going to
cool.
be a parade and party and heaps of giveaways.
Yay.
Ooh, giveaways.
Yeah.
Mm.
That'll be fun. Cool. Any other events? Ideas?
I'm going to host one soon. I just know I'm behind on other stuff that I want to get done before I could focus on the event. But I was going to do sightseeing logs eventually. Sometime.
Yes. If you haven't had a chance to join Maple's sightseeing event or sightseeing log events, they're so fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I just unlocked a sightseeing log today.
Oh, great.
Next one's going to be the Stormblood ones.
Okay, cool.
Oh, not that one.
Question. When you're gonna do Sorrow of World?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh yeah.
Well, Tom is approaching I don't know how to say it. Almost at the final map of Endwalker.
Okay.
So, and I have a feeling that we're probably gonna do some streams about that, like an MSQ stream.
Yeah.
So because Sorrows of Wurlit would also involve him, we'll just see what he wants to do, whether he wants to focus on Endwalker or try to fold in Sorrows of Wurlit soon, hopefully. Yeah, let me just write that down. Forget.
Yeah, because it's probably should definitely do it before finishing in Walker.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, just in terms of like having the story be chronological. I think if you beat like Endwalker before Sorrows of Wurlit, you'll just like when you do the event, it'll be doing it retrospectively or retroactively.
Tom, you hear
but
that?
in terms of like scheduling that, Heather, I think it's doable in 2 parts. Like, so an hour 30, an hour 30. I think it should be good. Like, and maybe a little bit over, but nothing too crazy.
Okay, cool. Awesome. That's definitely doable. We could definitely do that. First half of May, hopefully. We have a lot of events now. But Eb, we're gonna do that, okay? I'm sure he'll be open to it. Okay, cool. Sorrows. Cirilla, can you do me a favor and just ping that post again? The Sorrows one?
Oh, sure.
Just,
Like,
just so
tag
I,
you in it?
yeah, just so I get the notification.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
I'll do it now.
All right. Any other event questions, ideas, anything?
The chat says Buck is pitching a glam contest
Conflict.
per quarter.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
we need
when
to
we
check in
did the
with them.
last one, he was saying like maybe like 1 per quarter year. Has it been a quarter year? I'm literally forgetting now.
It's going quick. I don't think it's been quite a quarter yet because I think it was in end of February or early April that we did it.
Okay.
Or late March.
So maybe a glam 101 before that happens.
Oh yeah, we could do a glam 101.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to him.
Yeah. We'll ping him.
Yeah.
He's kind of our
Yeah, it
resident.
was March.
Tell
March
him that we need
21st.
more fashion tips.
Yeah.
So mentioned about doing the PPP stuff, Prison Conflict, to do the open match, custom match.
Yeah, the Crystal Conflict.
Oh.
We've
Oh,
done that
okay.
before.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that'd be really fun. I've never done it,
Yeah, it'd
but
be
it
better.
sounds fun.
Yeah, and that would be one also open to anybody that because you just need to be level 30 to do PvP stuff.
Oh, great. Cool. Okay, so the only thing I wanted to I have 2 more things. How do I switch my let me just switch my change stream to Discord. Discord. Stop sharing this. I don't know how to. Ooh. Ooh. I'm stuck.
PvP should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, are you still looking at my slides? How do I switch?
Yes.
Change the stream to. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, I found it. Nope, I didn't. I don't know how to switch between them. This no.
Ooh, Chocobo Racing could be fun too.
Yeah, Marky Mark suggests Chocobo Racing.
Okay. Oh yes. Well, we've been doing gold saucer nights with Chocobo Racing. So we do Chocobo Racing in between the gates. So that's been fun. Yeah. Feel free to take somebody wants to do that. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to change my screen. So I'm gonna show you Discord really quick. Just to emphasize how to create an event. Okay, so the way that you create an event, we'll walk you through this, is you go to the events category in our channel list, and you're going to go to event ideas. Oh, actually, that's what I wanted to ask you, if we wanted to rename this, because I know it's getting kind of confusing. But in the event ideas, here is where anything from ideas to things that are already in the calendar, this is where the discussions happen about each event. Unfortunately, Discord doesn't have like discussions under the actual events up here. That'd be so cool. That would like fix everything. But yeah, so that's why basically in the event ideas forum, you can create a new post. And like if you want to pitch an idea, I could probably create one for, our ceremony of eternal bonding or something like that. And then within that, you can click here and here's the whole discussion. You can gauge interest. You can, share links or tips depending on what the event is. Try to find a day time that works for the people who are interested, and then eventually share the actual Discord event like this, as you can see here. But then also after the event is over, right? After the event is over, make sure to come in here and then drop your screenshots, right? Your screenshots and your reflections. So like, what was your favorite part? Do you have any funny memories or moments that you want to share? You know, you want to do any shout outs to anybody who may have helped you with something, or the host for putting on the event, et cetera, et cetera. For the tags, we have idea, scheduled, and complete. So if you just have an idea, it's not in the calendar yet, you can put idea. You could switch the tag to scheduled once it's on the calendar. And then when it's complete, that's just so we know that these are our past events that we've had. Let me take this out here. So again, like if you are doing like Eureka, for example, right? Post all your Eureka photos in this one, just so it's easier for us to find the photos associated with each event, if you can. And that's how you do it. Maple, were you the one who was suggesting renaming this channel to Ideas and Screenshots or something?
I think
Somebody was.
yeah, we were discussing different ideas for the names, and I think we came up with like event journals, and what was the other ones we came up with?
I don't think I suggested that, but I was thinking maybe it would be I actually was just thinking maybe it'd be clearer if it was just like event posts or something.
Okay.
Because I don't think I'm the one who brought it up earlier, so.
So the discussion was that event ideas makes it seem like we're still pitching the idea, and it's not intuitive to remember to go back and post the screenshots there. So we can change this to event posts, event journal, event ideas and screenshots. Well, it's kind of long, but anyone have any?
It's in the historian channels where we were
Oh,
discussing
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Did I suggest it? And because I also have a bad memory sometimes.
Does anyone have any input? I'm not looking at the chat. Let's see. Event forum. Oh, event forum.
Yeah, forum could work.
Event. Okay, so we have event. Here, I'm gonna write it here. It's gonna look like event. Event journal, event posts, or event forum. Does anyone like any of these? Oh,
Yeah,
I just realized you were.
Journal. I like journal.
Yeah, we came up with recap, journal, event ideas and screenshots, and maybe forum. I can't. I'm just scrolling through here to see what all was suggested.
Well, it sounds to me like journal is the one that. Okay, journal it is. Boom. So
I think that one was Maple.
We're gonna go up here and we're gonna change it to event journal. Edit. Event journal. Boom. Okay. So that's done. Event journal. So in the event journal, again, everything, any idea to complete goes in here. There is a pinned post, I believe, somewhere. If you want ideas on what to write after the event is over, if I can find it. Oh, here. Oh. Idea bucket, not the idea bucket. Of course, I can't find it. Reflections? Nope. Recap? Can't remember what I called it. Okay, I want to find it.
Complete.
I don't know what
Or wait, where are you looking?
I was trying to look for my
Idea bucket?
No, I had a post in here that was like. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like
I think it
gone.
was
I
like the
think that's
very
under
first
the
maybe. I think.
archived journals thing. If you're saying how to set up a journal,
Oh, yeah, that
and I
might
think
be.
Oh,
I think it was archived under the. Yeah, it's in old archived journals because this was originally just ideas.
oh, here it
Yeah,
is.
there
Okay.
you go. Example entry.
Yeah. So example entry. This is basically like after the event is over to recap like how the event was, so that if our historians want to write a blog or we want to talk about it, if I want to talk about it in a YouTube video, and there's like enough screenshots and videos, if there's stuff that we want to, add to our website, post on our Instagram, this really helps us kind of capture what happened at the event and share it with everyone, whether they were at the event or not. So I gave you some prompts to kind of give you like, you could write however you want, and I think you guys are already kind of doing that, but, what was memorable moments? Did you try something new? Anything expected or funny happen? Was there a highlight moment? Anyone you want to give shout outs to? Did this experience change how you play or think about 14? If this event had an achievement title in game, what would it be? You can get, fun and creative if you want, and then obviously share any screenshots that you have. So yeah, I'll add that to our new events journal just so that you guys have just some prompts if you don't know how to start. Okay. I think that's it for. Does anyone have any questions for events? And the way that you RSVP for them are just right there at the top. You just hit our Discord events. Everything is there. If you want info for people who are not in Discord, you can just go to our website. They're also there. And I have been posting them to our YouTube channel as community posts as well. So once you want to get an event in the calendar, all you have to do is reach out to our timekeepers, just at timekeepers, and they'll get it set up for you. Or I can even set it up as well. So just let us know when you're ready for it to go into the calendar. Yeah, cool. So I have just one more thing to tell you guys. Let me switch my stream.
It's an infinite repeating void.
Hmm?
And
I have
nothing,
one
it's
more.
just recurring.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the last
stream your
thing.
desktop.
Do you see the slides now? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Boom. This is the last thing. So we have a Steam community group, and of course the screenshot I showed you, I didn't actually create the thing. So here is the link. Let me just post it in the chat. If you're on Steam and you want to just easily be able to connect with everyone HJP, here it is. Boom. That should be the actual invite link to join our Steam community. And that's it. So, one cool announcement that I wanted to share. Well, two things. First is, let me stop streaming this. Ooh. Okay, cool. First is, I mentioned this in one of the videos, but Geekanoids is one of the longest running tech channels in the UK. They actually shared my most recent video about HJP turning into a nonprofit on their blog, which is crazy. They have like 160 something thousand subscribers on YouTube, and have had the website and the channel since like 2005 or something like that. So it's really a long running thing, and I just think it's really cool that unprompted, I didn't even ask them. He was just willing to share that and is really excited about what's happening in HJP, which I just think says a lot. It's like not a gamer, not someone who's played Final Fantasy 14, but just thinks it's worth sharing, worth talking about. And that's the kind of stuff where when I say, like, I really want to share with people what's happening here, because yes, everyone in 14 gets it. But I think what's cool about HJP is like we're a really good gateway for people who don't know the magic of Final Fantasy 14 and of communities like this. So the other thing is that if you want to join our impact committee, I just wanted to remind everybody again, we haven't done anything yet, but now we're ready to. So our board of directors had their first meeting and now they have kind of like an assignment, I guess, or guidance for what the impact committee is actually going to be doing. The impact committee is going to be made up only of HeatherJustPlay members. It's open to anybody, but it's basically people who are interested in thinking about the impact that HJP is making in terms of there's going to be a ton of options for the way that HJP can move forward. We will always be community driven, always, right? Member driven events, community driven. That will always be a core aspect of HJP. But the people who are going to like take all that feedback, especially as we grow, and decide kind of how to move forward are the impact committee. I don't have a cap on the number of people to join this committee. So if you're interested in those types of discussions, like, when do we actually start the podcast, or do we focus on doing, like merch first, or do we try to get our printed zine out with all of our screenshots and lore? Like we can't do all of those things at the same time. So the impact committee is going to kind of decide here's the priority, here's the timeline. So anyone who's interested in those more big picture strategy stuff, send me a message. If you're into it, if you are enthusiastic about it, I'm not going to turn you away. I think, again, it just goes back to it being community driven. And the impact committee is actually going to be the ones who report to our board of directors. So our board of directors aren't necessarily going to be, one of them is Tom and then one of them is Tin. So aside from them, they are, boots in the ground. They're obviously very active members in the community. But formally, right, I think what we'll do is like have two chairs of the impact committee. They're going to go to the board meetings and kind of report, hey, here's what's been going on. Anything exciting to share, any ideas that have come up for future things that we can do. And the board can kind of take it from there. So if you are interested in that, please send me a message, and I'd love to chat with you about it. Hopefully we can have our first meeting in early May. So yes, Buck is going to be somebody on the impact committee. He's been on a nonprofit board before that was gaming related, so it's like perfect. All right. Now I'm going to open it up to the floor. Anyone have questions, comments, ideas, feedback, anything? It's all you guys.
I had a small question about just what we were talking about. Was there official announcement of who was on the board, or is that everyone who's on the board, or is that just not yet revealed?
Nope, it's revealed. I posted it, or I shared it in my most recent video that came out Friday, I think, Thursday.
Oh, okay. I think I went, I need to watch that, and I forgot to watch it. Okay.
So our president, it's not gonna be a surprise, but because it's out there, right? The president of our board of directors is Tom Buck. Tom has he's a digital media teacher, high school digital media teacher for 11 years. He was also California State Teacher of the Year nominee. Very decorated teaching career before he turned full-time YouTuber. And then obviously has been a huge beneficiary of the HJP community, learning Final Fantasy XIV, learning about, as you heard him say, playing, having this kind of interaction and playing with people online and just people all over the world. This is not something he's done before. But he has been someone who has been a professional level upper, right? Teaching students. That's what he does on his YouTube channel, is like empowering people, teaching people how to do podcasts and live streaming and videos and stuff like that. So obviously he's just helped kind of build HJP as well. So he is our president. Our secretary is a friend of ours, Kat Mulvihill. She's based in Canada, actually. She is not a gamer, has never played Final Fantasy XIV, but her thing is that she's a speaker on personal development. So personal development, personal growth, and as you guys know, our tagline is personal growth through play. She sees the impact immediately. It's the first thing that she sees, and she has been kind of like my like business check-in partner, content creator partner person that I've been checking in with regularly when it comes to like way back in like September. I have been regularly telling her about how HJP has evolved and grown and stuff like that. So she really has already helped shape this community. You guys just don't know that because I just take her input and kind of just share it with all of you guys. So it just really made sense, and she's really excited about everything that's been happening. It's just really, really exciting. And then our treasurer, our third board member, is Bree, but you guys know her as Tin, Tanail Nakloman. And Tin has been part of HJP since the beginning, has really, and as a leader, as an officer as well. And as you guys know, is fiercely protective of what HJP stands for, has been a huge beneficiary of HJP in terms of finding a renewed sense of purpose and, a renewed sense of self-worth. And she also, what she brings to the board is the experience of being a lifelong gamer and being a part of these online communities, right? So I think between the three, Tom, Kat, and Tin, we have quite a... I think it's just it's a small group, but that's how we're going to start. We're going to start small, and then we're going to add as we grow versus the other way around. And the first meeting was it was so much fun. It was just so much fun. It felt so legit, so real. And it's just really cool to have people's names on this, right? Like it's all official and it's all for real. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, Tin's name is also Bree. And so is Siri's. Yeah, it's a great team. So
Are we sure the treasurer isn't Pogu speaking through Tin?
Yeah, Pogu's gonna be stealing out of the treasury. Yeah,
Probably
so
just berries.
it's kind of perfect because Kat has a lot of experience being on nonprofit boards. Secretary made sense for her, and Tin loves numbers. Tin was just like, boom, I want to do budgets. I was like, all right, that's definitely not the one I would gravitate to. And so I don't know, it all kind of really naturally, organically fell into place. And that's kind of been this whole thing with HJP since the beginning. It's been so organic. And just like I've never really had to force anything. It kind of just happens, which is so awesome. So, I've been monitoring the people who have been applying to the HJP community in the past like 2 weeks. Been very interesting seeing what draws people to this community. The word community pops up like in almost every application. Like I want to be a part of this kind of community, things like that. So, it's just. People are visiting the website. People are watching the videos. It's just been really fun. So, HJP is open to anybody. Anybody is, we want, the whole point of going NPO is to be able to provide, to sustain HJP, but to also provide access to other people. So if you know anybody who would be interested, feel free to send them over, HeatherJustPlay.com. The other thing that I wanted to ask you, we could talk about this later because I realize we're going on 2 hours and you guys have raid, is I feel like we're going to have people like Kane, who is probably not here. Kane has joined in the past few days, does not play Final Fantasy 14 yet. But I want them to be able to join anyway, right? Join HJP. I'm sure you'll eventually play 14, but if not, we still have plenty of events that aren't necessarily just 14. So I kind of like want to be able to have a section in the Discord that's like, I don't know, I have to think about it, but I was trying to think like, how can we encourage people to just join the community anyway, because we're still, it's just a fun group of people. Just something to keep in mind. If you have ideas about that, talk to me about it. But all right,
would it be something like variety?
Yeah, something like that. Tom and I were thinking like content creators, because we have a feeling that, since we believe that a lot of people are going to come from our our other channels, and it's all content creator focused. And so I was thinking about like, okay, if you're a content creator, this is a thing that you can connect over, and then like you can then like this could be your gateway in, and then you can explore the other things that we have, like Final Fantasy 14 or tabletop RPGs or whatever it is. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Is Jiro gonna be her assistant? Yeah, so I know what I did when I asked Tin to be the board member. And so if you hear her say, as the board member of HJP, we're all gonna hear it. No. But I know that you guys know how much Tin loves this place. Like everything about HeatherJustPlay, she's, I don't think she'll mind me sharing this with you guys because she has shared it to all of you. She's a 46-year-old double amputee. So she does not have legs like past her calves. So HJP has just been, really been something where she's been able to channel a sense of purpose and where she feels needed, where she feels that she can kind of use her gifts and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been really awesome. Anyway, any other questions about anything else? Marky's saying it's crazy how many different backgrounds of people are here now that I think about it. Yes, we are incredibly diverse. I talk about it all the time. I'm all walks of life, all backgrounds, people all over the world, several different states, countries. It's kind of crazy. Also, if you, this is such a weird question, but I kind of want to know if you are, if you believe you are the youngest person here, can you send me a message? I don't want you to have to share that in the chat, but I'm trying to figure out who our youngest person is. The youngest person we have confirmed, as far as I know, is 28 years old. So if you believe that you are, or if you are younger than 28, could you let me know?
I believe I'm younger than 28, but
you believe that? I believe too, when I'm turning 40.
Is that like actual age or how old you feel?
Yeah. Yeah, because we have Jima who's 73. And I just wanted to know what the other end of the spectrum was for that. But yeah, it's not something you need to answer on the Discord voice chat or anything. So send me a message. Cool. All right. Any other questions, comments, anything about anything HJP? Forever 21.
21 and a half, always 21 and a half.
Are we going to need to create a repo tag so when anyone wants a spontaneous repo game that they can call it?
Oh, oh my God.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I don't know what we're gonna do about crossover. So
we'll get you sorted.
Yeah, okay. If we can figure that out, we should definitely do a repo tag.
My kid is 12. God damn it.
Yeah.
I am 12. Any other questions, ideas? One thing I wanted to say is Marky was asking about the Sprout initiative. I was actually thinking about just, why don't we start it? Like, why do we have to wait until Q3? But it looks like our May is going to be pretty stacked already. So, June, July, like sometime this summer, we will do our like Sprout. I gotta find a better name, a Sprout initiative where I would like HJP to do two things. One is put out a bunch of videos of like, if you've never played Final Fantasy 14, you want to play with a bunch of people at the same time. We are going to start everyone at the same time, and then we can kind of handhold them and walk them through. We can do cohorts, we can do, mentors, and you guys can be in charge, depending on how many people sign up, you can be in charge of like 5 people and stuff like that. And then in our Discord or maybe on the website, I'd love to build out resources, right? Like I mean, a lot of you guys have been sharing that here in our Discord server already, but kind of just a home base where anything that a Sprout would have questions about, here's all the guides, here's all the things, it's all right there. So sprout it out, sprouts with clout. New gamers. Are any other questions, comments, ideas, feedback while we're here? Cool. Well, I think we're good, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everybody. So that being said, I just want to thank you all so much. Thank you for your patience. I know, like I said at the beginning, I kind of had to take a step back to figure out all the nonprofit stuff. But we're done. I think it's gonna be. I checked their website. They are now working on applications that were sent in March 18th and prior. So as soon as that window moves one more time, I think we'll be in that next chunk of stuff that they review. But again, we don't, what we do here is not contingent on that at all. We can totally just keep going and doing our thing. And as you guys see, people are already watching. They're already watching. They're already tuning in. They're already paying attention. And it's already worth sharing, which is so, so cool. So that's all because of you. That's your enthusiasm. That's your... that's your fun. That's you guys having fun and just sharing it exactly the way that you're having it. It's just such a cool thing to be a part of. So, also I want to give a special shout out to Cirilla for holding it down with our Instagram. It's Cirilla, if you don't know, and our historians they have a campaign, well, not a campaign, but like if you want to, if you have your oldest screenshot from Final Fantasy 14, they're doing like a throwback thing, right? So your oldest screenshot, I think it's like a fun... Actually, Cirilla, do you want to talk about it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we, in case you guys didn't see, we have on Instagram, well, we're always trying to find ways of celebrating the members of the community. And so one of the ideas we had was, share your first screenshots ever. And so, wherever you have your screenshots, try to find your earliest ones. And, it could be a handful of them, and share a fun fact. Or no, I'm sorry, share the reason why you decided to start playing FF14. And then share a fun fact about your Warrior of Light.
Yeah, so reach out to Cirilla or the historian. You could just @historians. And you could check out our Instagram at HJP Kraken's Call, but there's also an Instagram channel where our posts just populate into there. But it's just another way for us to kind of put the word out there of all the fun stuff that's happening in the community. So that's why the screenshots and your reflections and all that is like super important, just because I want to be able to share that with the world. It's really fun. And when people can like watch our videos, read your lore, read your blogs, like read your little tidbits, it's just a really fun... I know for a fact that people, even though they're not here, they're still having fun. Like your fun is still very infectious. So yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. I'm always open to ideas. And hopefully I see you at all of the events happening. Don't forget to RSVP. I'll see you at the next thing. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.